Hey guys, this is Elhain. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I literally just dropped a video on Supreme Elhain from the test server, going through some showcase of her. She's actually kind of blown me away a bit. She's way better than I thought she was going to be. She is just a damage fest, yeah? She does a lot of damage. She doesn't bring a ton of debuffs and that type of thing, but actually she does a big enough nuke to pique my interest, especially on the free-to-play. So I actually really want to go now for Supreme Elhain Fragment event on the free-to-play. Question is it going to be possible? So they've dropped the schedule. I'm going to go through that in this video. I'll give you my thoughts. Just said here, Supreme Elhain Fragment event. We're running a new series of events and tournaments. Interesting. I wonder if it's going to be different from Kill the Dragon, Kill the Ice Golem. Of course it won't. Change your word in Raid. It's not a new series. It's the same series. Copy and paste. Come on. Supreme Elhain, powerful attacker. Yeah, she gets extra turns if she kills someone. Yes, she does. All of those things are true. And then they go through, break down the kind of point store in here. I'm going to get into that in a minute with their graphic because it's better to use. Anything else on here that's interesting? Not on here. I have seen another little blurb. Maybe it's going to show me it in the news somewhere else. Yeah. So we've got this new blurb here as well. The anniversary celebrations are in full swing. Get yourself a Chardonnay. We are giving away another gift. As part of the celebration, you have the chance to get legend. We're giving away another gift. Just take that in. Let that soak in. Beautiful. As part of the activities, you have a chance to get legendary versions of these other champions. By the way, I'm going to be streaming tonight, 8 p.m. UK time. That's 3 p.m. EST. I'm going to be streaming tonight, showcasing. There might be some maximum damage coming for Aethel, Kale, and Gaelic. Come and join me for that if you're around. It'd be cool on the test server. So yeah, you have the chance to get these other ones. For those who earn all four, this is where we're giving away a gift. You'll also get a special gift. 2 rank 5 chickens, a legendary tome, 50 brews, some multi-battle, some energy, and some silver. So if you net yourself 3 void legendaries, just appreciate how hard that is to do, by the way, unless there's events to do it. And so far, I've asked a question, are there events? Radio silence. So I think it might just be from shards, but I could be wrong. There might be events where you can do it. Maybe there'll be the top prize of like a champion training tournament or something. I don't know. But it reads like it says here, you have the chance to get legendary versions, but they also believe that everybody can just go and pull 10,000 void shards. So, you know, they're a little bit blown away with their mentality sometimes. Don't miss out your chance to get these amazing gifts. Okay. They don't count as gifts if you've got to buy them, Raid. Okay? That doesn't count. That's not a gift. That's buying yourself a present. Let's just see if they are already then in the index. So Elhain will be. Is Supreme. Yeah, so they're already in the game. So I guess you can now pull them from void shards, and maybe that's what they mean. It's worth saying as well, we will be keeping this page updated every day. Never from the HH Gaming team does this really well. So we've got our fusion guide for Supreme Elhain on the website. I'll link it down below. We basically have a bit of blurb about the champion, and then we go into the different events. And basically on a daily basis, we're talking about where should you be burning your energy, what should you be trying to do, what's the minimum requirement for today, and that type of stuff. So make sure, if you're unsure about what you should be doing, just come and check in on this page. It will help you out. Let's have a look, though, at the calendar for this fragment event. Are people going to be happy or sad? I tend to like to gauge these things by how are the community going to react. Yeah, and I guess more often than not recently it's been quite sad, but then we had a great free gift from Raid yesterday. Maybe this is going to be part of these 4th birthday celebrations. So total behind me here, it says there are up for grabs 150 fragments, and you're like, cool, I only need 100. Yeah, but they count the 40 where you could win a tournament in the mix. I can never include those. Yeah, because what's the chances that you actually win a tournament? It just depends who you've got. Literally, I could win 2 tournaments on my free-to-play, or I could win 0. Same with my main account. It depends who's in your group. So you can't really factor those 40 points in. What you can do, though, is look and think to yourself somewhere along the lines, if I need to scrape 5, which one should I go for it in? And then you kind of pull out the stops to do that. But basically, we've got 110 fragments if you don't include winning tournaments. There's not a lot of room for error there. There's only 10 fragments room for error. Normally, there's 15, I think. So that's already feeling a little bit brutal. So you've got here 15 fragments for Champion Chase. So already, if you don't earn at least 5 for Champion Chase and get all of the points for Summon Rush, which is 20, then you've already missed out. That's the brutal reality here. If you cannot do the base level part of Champion Chase and max out Summon Rush, then you fail. If you do all of Champion Chase, then you have to get some sort of fragments from Summon Rush. You get 15 from here. You've got to get at least 10 from Summon Rush. And normally they split it 5 and 15, which probably means you need to complete Summon Rush, which might mean that you need something like between 3,500 points and 4,700 points, which is a ton. So that's going to be brutal. The worst thing about this is, like, we've got all of these shard events going on from today. Yeah, we've got 2 times on Sacreds, Voids, and Ancients over this weekend on different days. So a lot of people are going to pull their shards over this weekend. It makes sense. But it means that you might put yourself short for Summon Rush. Unfortunately, we've got no visibility of what this point breakdown is. I think this is going to be a killer for a lot of people already. The summoning events. If you can do the summoning events, then the rest of it tends to fall into line, really. But already I'm thinking on the free-to-play, if I kind of gauge myself, I've got... doing all right, to be honest. I've got 4 Sacreds, 4 Voids, 17 Ancients. I'm going to pick up another Void from clearing Doom Tower normal to hopefully today. I'm on the final level. So that's potentially another Void. I'm also coming up to the end of my monthly, which is going to happen during this fragment event. So I'm going to get another Void and another Sacred. I've also got challenges, which I can finish off here. Another Void, another Sacred. So I'm actually in a pretty good spot for shards, which is normally the hardest thing. But that's only going to give me 6 Sacreds, like 7 or so Voids, and some Ancients. And I've got a bunch of mysteries, but not a ton. Already feels tough. Let's have a quick look at the Champion Chase before I get back to that event sheet. The Champion Chase, to max it out, 3,200. To just grab the 5, which means that you have to max out Summon Rush. It is 1,400. 1,400 points. So potentially, I mean, if you're somebody who's been pretty good at, you know, saving past fusions or fragment events, saving up here, and you've got some stuff that looks like it could get over the line, then you'll get points there. If you can do elements of fusions, like, I don't know if you've still got the Razin one sitting around that you can get the epics for, or if you've been saving for the Broadmoor stuff. Again, you can kind of chunk up quite a lot of points on Champion Chase by not pulling your main group of shards. But then you've also got the summoning events right now, so I feel like a lot of people are going to be baited into just pulling their shards already. Like, my free-to-play, I've had no legendaries yet. I was pretty much bang on going to be pulling Sacreds today. But it feels like that would be a mistake if I want to go for this. So, damn, hard decisions, honestly, because the Summon Rush, if they put it at 4750, like they've done in the past, well, that's the best part of 9 Sacreds you need. Yeah, it's incredibly high. Sometimes they have it at a lower amount, but they do normally split it 5 and 15. It's a tough one. Looking at the other events then, you've got Spider overlaps with Dungeon Divers. If you're a newer player, Spider 10 is where it's at, because you get an abnormal amount of 5-star item drops. Yeah, if you're a more experienced player and you can do sort of 16 plus, you should do that. But Spider mixed with Dungeon Divers generally is quite good. So you want to double up there. You've got Champion Training. You also got Artifact Enhancement, by the way. You get a lot of silver for selling Spider items. So this overlaps quite nicely with the first Spider. Then go into a kind of a long Champion Training, which also doubles up with Dungeon Divers. So make sure your farming campaign rather than just using the tavern. I'm trying to remember which way round it is. Either there's one of these, champion training tournament or event. One of them, where's the event? Down here. You get points for using your books. Comment down below if you know the answer to this. I can't remember which way round it is, but one of them you get points for using your books in the tavern, and the other one you do not. I know we're going to have a Clan v Clan actually on Tuesday. If it's the champion training tournament where you get points for using your books, then damn, you want to be making sure that you slam your books during Clan v Clan, during this tournament, etc. But I'm not sure which way round it is. Just comment down below. But definitely you want to do that. I would be using my books if it's the training event that you need to do it on. I won't be using books during Clan v Clan because it will just give you such an extra chunk of points. What else we're going on here? Classic Arena tournament. It's just, are you active enough to play enough Classic Arena? Generally, it's quite easy. Dragon, again, can you farm high enough? You normally need something like 2,000 to 2,500 energy per tournament. If you've saved, like I said yesterday, your gift from yesterday, you've got yourself enough points for like half of the event straight away. So bear that in mind as well. I also, in preparation for today, didn't really use a lot of yesterday's energy. So I've got a chunk of extra energy as well here to get going. We then go into a second artifact event. It doesn't really double up with anything that's nice. It's just, have you got enough silver or not? Into the Summon Rush, which I think is going to be the make or break for most people. And probably, honestly, going to be the break for most people, unfortunately. We've got Ice Golem and Classic Arena. Again, just can you do it at a high enough level? Make sure you've got 100% Ice Golem team. Into Fire Knight. It's actually not. There's only 2 Dungeon Divers. Normally there can be 3. So into Fire Knight, there's a little bit of overlap with Dungeon Divers there, which also overlaps with the champion training and a third artifact event. I think it's reasonable other than these champion summon events. What I will say here with champion chase. So I'm a bit torn here, guys, about what to do myself. You can get points for things like buying up every rare in here. Yeah, I know it's a minuscule amount, but you'll be surprised over a weekend how much that adds up. You get points for summoning with your mystery shards as well. You will be surprised how many extra points you can earn doing that, rather than just using all of your kind of banked shards. I would advise, if you're going for this, try and save your sacreds for the Summon Rush. Yeah, give yourself a chance in the Summon Rush. Maybe and your voids. If you can get through the champion chase, at least that first bracket, the first 1,400 points, without pulling a sacred or a void shard, then you give yourself a chance on the Summon Rush. Because if you go for the 10 here, then I think you might just hamstring yourself for the final push. Don't expect to be winning summoning events unless you're a whale. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. I will say, though, a couple of legendary books here and another one over here. I don't know if that's normal. That feels like it's reasonable to me. Let's have a quick look. What else we've got out? Dungeon Divers. Sometimes this can be pretty tricky as well. 4,400 points. It is a lot. These Dungeon Divers have really grown more difficult. So we've got 4 days. They've actually got a mythical drop in here now. Not that I'll be doing that in the free-to-play, but it's an extra, what, 25% points if you get a mythical drop versus legendary. And for an experienced account, like my main account is farming hard Spider 10, hard Dragon 10 very comfortably. It's really pretty comfortable. I've not really tried the Fire Knight stuff yet. I might try that on stream tonight as well. But for more experienced players, you'll be able to do this easier, I think. Not that you get a ton of mythical drops, it's quite low, but yeah, I think you'll be able to do it a bit easier than before. Oh, I don't know, guys. I think there's going to be a lot of people pretty pissed off with the scoring requirement there. I think that's high around the summoning stuff. Comment below, what should I do on the free-to-play? What should I do? Oh, it's a tough one. I feel like I've got to save those sacreds. But I'm also so due a legendary, it's mad. Obviously, if you get legendaries on the champion chase, you just get a lot more points. And that's a bit of a luck of the draw type of thing, really. But anyway, guys, good luck if you're going to go for it. I do think she's a great champion. I wish she had some sort of debuff in her kits. I wish she had a debuff that made her more useful anywhere else. I wish that perhaps she had an Ignore Stone Steal in the kit. But that aside, apart from top plat players, she is a freaking high-level nuker. Yeah, she's incredibly high. Now, on my free-to-play, I was doing the test. She's going to outdo any other nuker that I've currently got, like Gembo, Skull Crown, by about 30 to 40% more damage. It's a lot higher. Okay, she's up there in the top echelons of nuke. So bear that in mind before you make your decisions. But, damn, it's going to be tough. Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I'll see you later.